still didn't know. But he wouldn't sit up. So I got him like a little inner tube to bathe him. They always tell me, he's a preemie and, he's one. I said, no, my first one was a preemie and them hands not coming down. He had his cast on his feet. He said he wouldn't make it past 24 hours.
Where There's a Will, There's a Way was a really cool film about Manny, a man with cerebral palsy, and his family going through life. And I thought that it was really cool to see how many people he had in his life supporting him on the family side. He had his mom, who will do absolutely everything in her power to make sure he's comfortable, to make sure he's living his life to the fullest. And he has his brother, who he's super close to. But then there was also the sad reality of the care that he receives and how he struggles every day just to be recognized as a human being with dreams and aspirations and a story to tell. He talks about how other people can treat him as if he's just a piece of furniture, and he wants the respect that every human gets. And the fact that that's hard for him to get that is really sad in this time and country that we're in. So I thought that it was really important that this film brought awareness to that, to the fact that the people he's paying, who are getting paid to do this job, cannot even do this job properly. They leave him out in the freezing cold waiting for them for an hour, which to any other client, I feel like most of us able-bodied people do not experience that on a regular basis, and he does. And his mom was also talking about how those problems are amplified also because he's a person of color, and how he wouldn't be having this many problems as if it was the other way around, which is also a very sad reality and important issue to bring awareness to as well.
Where there's a wheel, there's a way. I love, first of all, the title, the play on words. Really, basically, there's the message in the title right there. Really nice to see this documentary and story get out. I love how supportive the mom is of her child. She said, don't let anybody take your vision. Success is hard. And that's true for anybody. But so to just tell your child who's differently able this and expect them to live life without excuses, I think is amazing and supportive, and a great way to set the tone for someone and the relationship, and also what they can do with their life. I think if she had been a different way, maybe this person wouldn't have succeeded as much as they have in life, being differently abled and having the struggles that this person has had. So that support is amazing to see. And toward the end when he says, if you have determination, there are no limitations. I think that's just amazing. There were a few times when I couldn't really understand the words. I just wish there had been maybe some subtitles thrown in there for those situations. But that's being very nitpicky. I really enjoyed seeing this person's story, and it was very inspirational as well, which I think is great. So great job.
When There's a Wheel, There's a Way was a very uplifting documentary or profile. You definitely felt for Manny in the sense of just because of his family situation, he had to become very dependent on his parents, not for any fault of his own, for situations out of his control. And just listening to those trials, tribulations, and hardships, again, you felt for him. But it was very uplifting at the end to see that eventually he finally got a place of his own where he could finally become independent. And I wish nothing but the best for him.
I really enjoyed this. I thought it was really great to see the story kind of being told from the beginning, from the mother's point of view, and kind of how she dealt with everything and how she found out the different journeys and aspects of learning what cerebral palsy was, learning her child had it, and what kind of challenges that she was going to face and how she kind of navigated that, along with having another kid and being alone while doing it. And then to kind of see her narrate the story and really highlight the fact that she wanted him to be as independent as possible, and then spending the last part seeing him being independent and really seeing her desire after having advocated so hard for his whole life, getting to see his actual life and his quality of life and what he can do on his own, or what he can strive for and what he can dream of. I thought that was really, really great, and it just showed such a beautiful relationship between the two.
She just felt like very intimate storytelling of the family photos, the videos, being taken into a day in the life. It felt like being invited in like a guest or a family member or a very, very close friend, to see their life's journey. I was just so grateful for the honesty and openness in how they talked about their journey. They were not trying to hide or cover anything. It was just what it is, what the journey of having cerebral palsy is like for family members and the individual themselves. And I just think through the humor, the perseverance, the creativity, and the love, all of those elements felt very palpable in the journey as well. And I think it's because there was so much authenticity, we got access to that. So really well crafted film, and quite beautifully done.
So at the heart of this one, it's showing the humanity of people, right? And that people with disabilities are still human at the end of the day, which I hope we would know in 2022. But what I think is specific about this documentary making that point is that it's showing the disappointment of the healthcare system in relation to what you get out of, like, what you pay for and what you get. Because again, they're paying out of pocket, which many people with disabilities have to do to begin. But then the people, the caretakers in your home, are not taking care of you. And at the end of the day, Manny said it, his mom has said it, but people are paying you to do a job and you're not doing the job. And there's really nothing to be done because you're in the military, you were born in another country, you make too much money. So there's all these things working against you. And he's like, I'm just human, trying to live my life. So I think this documentary did a really good job of showing a different perspective of that narrative that I hope we know in 2022. But if we don't know in 2022, now people will, because this was a solid documentary.
This is just so inspiring. I loved the family album, how they opened the film with this, going through the photos and the mom telling us the story of how it all happened, and then we see him with his infectious energy, laughter, and positivity. He gets to the recording studio to show everyone how talented he is with music, and he has a job and he has a regular life, and it is just a being that is an inspiration and portrays an enormous strength to survive in a society where the things are not built for them, and their struggle is 3 or 4 times as a normal able person. It was just so heartbreaking on the sense that it was beautiful, and he just has the best positive view of everything, and his laughter is just adorable. I loved it, and thanks for showing us this story.